G'day and welcome to this week's FriBaT, Friday Beers and Tools with Andy. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since you've seen me on a FriBaT, but been very busy with getting this shed built, and I'm so happy I've got my shed built. That's another video. I'll put a link up here. Anyway, let's get back to normal FriBaT. This week we have a John Boston. Now I'm a little bit scared by John Boston because John Boston a couple of weeks ago had that one that I could not recommend and it was rubbish. But anyway, I have had other John Bostons that were okay. This week we're doing the John Boston The End Island IPA. It's a mouthful. Hopefully it's a nice mouthful. It's one of those stupid short cans again. I don't know why I buy those. To try different beers. Happy Friday. Okay, so it's not bad. That's the first big point. So well done, John Boston, for making a nice beer. Very fruity, I guess that's why they've called it the Island. What do they have to say about it? And John Boston IPA is crafted with perfect balance of bold bitterness. Its citrus, pine and floral profile and smooth malt backbone result in the ultimate easy drinking IPA. Ultimate? That's a big call. It is 4.5% ABV. John Boston's made in Goulburn in New South Wales. And this little can is 1.2 standard drinks. Surprising. Fruity, yes, definitely. Very citrusy, actually. Orange, not quite grapefruit, not quite that sour, but definitely orange overtones. Bitterness is pretty good. Not too bitter. It'd be a nice beer for after mowing the lawn. I know I've said that about a lot of beers, but it's one of those refreshing ones, I guess you'd say. Would I want to drink a lot of it? No, I don't think so. It is quite citrusy, but still nice. Yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not the sort of beer that I would drink a lot of, but a refreshing beer on a hot summer's afternoon, which of course in Tassie we don't have them at the moment. It's fairly cold outside. But yeah, look, that's a solid 3.5 out of 5 spanners for me. Pretty good, John Boston. All right, let's get on to this week's tool. Surprisingly, this is not an Amazon purchase. In fact, I don't even know where I bought this from. It is a Gripwell 15-meter wire fish reel. And what does a wire fish reel do, I hear you ask? When you're running cables through conduits or through wall cavities, it is very difficult to run cables through wall cavities and conduits. Wow. So having a fish wire, stainless steel, so it's very springy and has a nice loop on the end which you can hook your wires through and put a bit of tape on and then run it out through your wall cavity or through your conduit, only up to 15 meters in length. It does have a locking tab which you can pull down on, and then when you go to retract, all you do is hold the handle and pull the center section backwards and pulling your wires through your conduit or your wall cavity. Now this is not a particularly expensive tool. Like I said, I can't remember where I bought this particular brand from. I have found it online at a shop called Alltronics, and it is $30.95 from them. Amazon do have a Klein Tools version. Okay, Amazon have a version from Klein Tools. It looks very, very similar to this, and it is $44.99. I'll put a link down in the description to that one. I'll also put a link to the Alltronics website. I don't get anything out of that, but if you do choose to buy it from Amazon, I do get a small kickback from Amazon for that. It doesn't change the price for you. There is also a cheaper, no-name version on Amazon, which is actually 100 feet long, so double this, and it is $40.59. I'll also put a link down in the bottom of those, down in the bottom of the description for those as well. So you'll have 3 links to choose from, one at $31 plus postage, one at $40.59, postage included, and the Klein Tools one at $44.99. It is very well rated. It's not a bad price. Do you need one in your kit? No, unless you're going to be doing fishing wires through cavities, through conduits, through walls, etc. No, you don't need one. But if you do that, if you are setting up for saving yourself money and running wires for your electrician, in Australia you have to have a licensed electrician to do hookups, but any person can run their own cables as long as it's done within the wiring rules in Australia. So you can run yourself some cables and then have an electrician hook it up and save yourself some money. I have used this on my shed video when I was digging in the services. I'll put a link up here. I was able to run this through the conduit that I'd run to pull my Cat5 internet cable through, and it worked very, very well. I will be using it on some of the wall cavities within the house as well when I do some new wire running. But yes, very good, very handy. Value for money at $30, and I really don't remember how much I paid for this, nor where I actually bought it from. I did a quick search and I can't find any of the normal places that I would go to buy, Bunnings, Super Cheap Auto, or whatever. So I've bought it from somewhere, but I don't know where. But $30 odd at the one place online I found for this brand, which is Gripwell. But as I said, they're available on Amazon, and of course they'll be on eBay and things like that as well. So for value for money, at around about $30, I think it's probably about a 4 out of 5. The Klein Tools is a little bit dearer at $45, but still, you know, it's not a lot of money to have in an extra thing in your kit. But it's probably, you know, if we're talking the Klein Tools one at $45, it probably drops it down to about 3 out of 5 for value. For functionality, it does exactly what it says it's supposed to do, and it's much, much easier than trying to just jiggle wires down or whatever else. These are excellent for that sort of work. So for functionality, it's a 5 out of 5 for me. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. They're spring steel. They're reasonably well made. I don't see it unless you go throwing it around the house or the yard. I would imagine this will last me a considerable amount of time. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for functionality. Anyway, that's it for this week's FriBaT. I hope you've had a great week where you are. I've had a very busy week of moving stuff into my shed, and I've suddenly realised that my shed is not big enough. I really need to get my mezzanine floor storage built, but that's down the track. At the moment, just trying to get stuff out of the garage so we can put the wife's car away and maybe even put my car away. That'd be nice. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Please like, share and subscribe. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. It tells YouTube's algorithm that it was a good video, and then it promotes my video to other people, and that helps the channel grow and helps me make a little bit of money out of YouTube. Anyway, hope things are good with you. Thanks for joining. Have a beer. See you next week. Cheers.